So there is a important theorem in a complex number here. It is called a de Moivre's theorem. If n is an integer, by positive or negative, then the cos theta plus I sin theta raised to n is equal to cos n theta plus I sin n theta. If n is a fraction, positive or negative, then one of the values of cos theta plus I sin theta raised to n is cos n theta plus I into sin of n theta. We can prove this result here. Okay. So consider n is a positive integer here. Let n be positive integer. Okay. Next, to prove by mathematical induction, to prove by mathematical induction that cos theta plus I into sin theta raised to n is equal to cos of n theta plus I into sin of n theta. Take this one as result number 1 here. You have to prove this result using a mathematical induction. You know mathematical induction steps here. There are mainly two steps are there. First, you assume the result is true for n equal to 1 here. Means prove LHS equal to RHS for n equal to 1. Next, you have to assume the result is true for n equal to m here. Then you prove the result is true for n equal to m plus 1 here. First, you prove this is true for n is equal to 1 here. So for n is equal to 1, take here for n is equal to 1, LHS is equal to cos of theta plus I sin theta raised to 1 here. Put n is equal to 1 here. Cos theta plus I sin theta raised to 1 is cos theta plus I into sin of theta. Next, take RHS here. Put n is equal to 1 in RHS, cos of 1 theta plus I into sin of 1 theta here. That is equal to cos theta plus I into sin of theta. You just observe here, both are equal here. For n is equal to 1 here, so we can write LHS is equal to RHS here. LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, 1 is true for this result is true for n is equal to 1. Therefore, 1 is true for n is equal to 1 here. Next, assume the result is true for n equal to m here. We now assume that result 1 is true for result 1 is true for n is equal to m here. Just replace n by m here. Therefore, cos theta plus I into sin of theta raised to m is equal to cos of m theta plus I into sin of m theta here. Take result number 2 here. Equation number 2. We now prove that result is true for n equal to m here. We now prove result 1 is true for result 1 is true for n is equal to m plus 1 here. Therefore, multiplying both sides by cos theta plus I sin theta here. Multiplying equation 2 by cos theta plus I into sin theta on both sides here. On both sides. Okay. So multiply this result with this here. If base are same, its multiplication is given by cos theta plus I sin theta raised to m plus 1 here. That is equal to, okay, this into this here, base are same here. So you can write cos theta plus I sin theta raised to m plus 1 here. Just multiply these results here. Cos m theta into cos theta. Cos of m theta into cos theta plus cos m theta into I sin theta. Cos of m theta into I sin of theta, then plus here. Then I sin m theta into cos theta. I sin of m theta into cos theta, and it's a product here. Its product is I square sin of m theta into sin of theta. Therefore, this is equal to, here you know I square is a minus 1 here. So this is a real part and this is also real part. Write the real parts in one bracket here. So you can write here cos of m theta into cos theta. This is a real part here. Cos of m theta into cos theta. Okay, because there is no I term here, this is a real part, and I square becomes a minus 1. Then this becomes a real part here. Sin of m theta into sin of theta here. Bracket completed. And from these two terms, I common factor here. So I is the common factor. Then cos m theta into sin theta. Cos of m theta into sin of theta plus sin m theta into cos theta here. Sin of m theta into cos of theta here. According to the compound angle formula in the trigonometry here, you know cos theta minus sin m theta is given by, I am writing here, this is equal to cos of m theta plus theta here. Then plus here. Then again sin m theta cos theta plus cos m theta sin theta becomes sin of m theta plus theta here. Sin of m theta plus theta. You can take a theta common factor here. Therefore cos theta plus I sin theta raised to m plus 1 is equal to cos m plus 1 into theta. Theta is a common here. Sin of m plus 1 into theta. So this is true for n is equal to m plus 1 here. This is true for n equal to m plus 1 here. LHS is equal to RHS here. So we used here mathematical induction here. First step, take n equal to 1, LHS equal to RHS. Second step, assume the result is true for n equal to m, replacing n by m here. Then we have to prove the result is true for n equal to m plus 1 also, multiplying both sides by cos theta plus I sin theta. Its a product is this here, and I multiply the terms here. Here this is a real part, even this is also real part because I square is a minus here. So minus of sin m theta cos sin m theta into sin theta, and here is I. Here also I is the common factor here. Then using a compound angle formula, we get this result. Here theta common, here also theta common. So LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore result is true for n equal to m plus 1 also. Therefore for all the positive integral values, this is the true here. Okay. Suppose if you take n is a negative integer here, therefore put n is equal to minus m here, where m is positive integer here, where m is a positive integer. Take n equal to minus n because n is a negative integer here. Therefore cos of theta plus I sin theta raised to n is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta raised to minus n here. Just replace n by minus m here. And you know in algebra, suppose if you take this one to denominator, minus becomes a plus here. So 1 upon cos theta plus I sin theta raised to m here. So here what is m? M is a positive integer here. In the previous case you already proved this is a true for any positive integer. Therefore you can take m inside here because m is a positive integer here. So according to the theorem you can write cos of m theta plus I into sin of m theta because you already proved this is true for any positive integer. Here m is a positive integer here, so you can take means take m inside here cos m theta plus I sin m theta. Now you rationalize here. So this is equal to 1 divided by cos m theta plus I sin of m theta here. Rationalize means multiplying the numerator and denominator by cos m theta minus I sin of m theta divided by, so cos m theta minus of I sin of m theta here. Rationalize here, multiplying numerator and denominator by cos m theta minus I sin m theta. Therefore this is equal to, write the numerator term as it is here, cos m theta minus of I sin of m theta here, and the product of the denominator here, cos of m theta, it's a square here, minus of I square into sin m theta, it's a square here. You are using a square minus b square formula, a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. Therefore this is equal to cos of m theta minus I sin of m theta whole divided by cos square m theta here. I square is a minus 1, minus this minus become plus, so sin square m theta. And you know sin square plus cos square is 1 here. Therefore remaining only cos of m theta minus of I sin m theta. Denominator 1 is there. So this upon 1 is again cos m theta minus I sin m theta. Then this is equal, you know, again a trigonometric formula, cos of minus theta is a cos theta here, and sin of minus theta is a minus of sin theta. These are the trigonometric formulas here. So cos m theta can be written in the form of cos minus of m theta here. Minus I sin m theta is a plus I into sin of minus m theta. But minus m is what here? N here. So replace here. Therefore this is equal to cos of n theta plus I into sin of n theta. So LHS is equal to RHS here. Again it is true for any negative integer also. Similarly third case it is true for all the positive integral fraction here. It is a fraction. Suppose n is a p upon q, again LHS is equal to RHS here. Therefore it is true for any positive integer, it is true for any negative integer. Even if it is a fraction here, fraction means n is equal to p divided by q here. In this case also LHS is equal to RHS here. It is a theorem here, and this statement is important here for the competitive examination. Proof are not important here. So note here, first note, if n equal to minus 1, then cos theta plus I sin theta raised to minus 1 is 1 upon cos theta plus I sin theta, and rationalize here and simplify, we get cos theta minus I sin theta. Therefore this is equal to this or even this also. cos theta minus I sin theta raised to n is equal to cos of minus theta plus I sin minus theta. You know trigonometry formula. Cos of minus theta is a cos theta and sin of minus theta is a minus sin theta. And n is a positive integer here. So according to this De Moivre's theorem here, take n inside here. Cos n into minus theta plus I sin n into minus theta using this theorem here. Therefore, n into minus theta is a minus theta. Cos minus n theta is a cos n theta. Sin minus n theta is a minus I into sin n theta. Therefore, cos theta minus I sin theta raised to n is equal to cos n theta minus I into sin n theta. And here De Moivre's theorem applicable only when the real part is a cos, imaginary part is a sin. Compulsory real should be cos, imaginary should be sin. Then only the De Moivre's theorem applicable here. But here real part is a sin, imaginary part is a cos here. So use a allied angle formula, trigonometry allied angle, and you know sin of theta can be written as cos pi by 2 minus theta. Cos theta is a sin of pi by 2 minus theta. So real part is cos here, imaginary part is sin. Then we can apply De Moivre's theorem. So take n inside here. Cos n into pi by 2 minus theta. I sin n into pi by 2 minus theta. Therefore, this term is equal to cos n into pi by 2 minus theta plus I sin n into pi by 2 minus theta. Next, cos theta plus I sin theta is also written as a cis theta. It is short form here. Cos theta plus I sin theta. Its a short form is a cis theta. Next, cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 into cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 is equal to cos theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 plus theta 2. Its a short form is cis theta 1 into cis theta 2 is equal to cis theta 1 plus theta 2. Cis theta 1 is this here. Cis theta 2 is this one. And cis theta 1 plus theta 2 is this here. In general, so cis theta 1 into cis theta 2 into dash 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 cis theta n is equal to cis of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus and so on plus theta n. These are very important results here. So acute root of a complex number here. Let us consider z is equal to a plus I into b here. Okay, it is a Cartesian form here. And later it's a polar form here. Is z is equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I into sin theta. Every complex number can be written in the polar form also. This is a complex number, it is a Cartesian form, and its a polar form is this here. Therefore, this is equal to this here. Therefore, we can write here a plus I into b is equal to r into bracket cos theta plus I into sin of theta. Okay. Then taking a cube root on both sides here. Taking a cube root on both sides. Therefore, a plus ib raised to 1 by q here, that is equal to r into cos of theta plus I sin theta raised to 1 by q here. Take 1 by q inside here, therefore this equal to r raised to 1 by q, and this raised to 1 by q using this De Moivre's theorem here, you can write here cos of theta divided by q plus I into sin of theta divided by q here. Okay. Now take theta is equal to 2n pi plus theta, because in a trigonometry, you know, cos of 2n pi plus theta, according to allied angle here, it is a cos theta, and a sin of 2n pi plus theta is equal to sin of theta, according to the trigonometry. You choose any value, n equal to 1, 2, 3 points on, again it comes under first quadrant only. In the first quadrant, cos of 2n pi plus theta is cos theta, sin of 2n pi plus theta is again it is a sin theta only. Therefore, just we can replace theta by 2n pi plus theta. Therefore, this is equal to r into 1 divided by q. So cos of 2n pi plus theta divided by q plus I into sin of 2n pi plus theta divided by q, where q is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on, q minus 1 here. Here it is not a q, it is n. So n should be 0, 1, 2 and so on, q minus 1 here. So here a plus ib raised to 1 by q means it has a total q roots here. Okay, total there are q roots.